welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're all about helping you specifically boost your online bookstore sales.
That's right.
We've got a ton of sources here,
Yeah.
all packed with advice to help make your website like a customer magnet.
Absolutely.
Think of this deep dive as your secret weapon.
Ooh, secret weapon. I like that.
We're going to go way beyond the usual tips and tricks.
Yeah.
This is going to be giving you real impactful strategies.
You know what's really cool about these sources is that they're all about converting website traffic into buyers.
Okay.
And we're not just talking about aesthetics.
Right.
We're diving deep into the psychology of online shopping and how to create a user experience that almost forces people to hit that add to cart button.
I love that. It's like we're building a sales funnel.
Yeah.
But instead of a funnel, it's like a captivating library
Exactly.
that customers can't resist.
And the first bookshelf we're stocking is all about product listings.
Okay.
These sources are pretty clear about this. Your product page is your virtual bookshelf, and presentation is everything.
Okay. That makes sense. But we can't just slap a book cover on a page and call it a day.
Oh,
Right.
definitely not.
Okay.
So think about the last time that you were browsing for books online.
Okay.
What made you click on one listing over another?
Well, a catchy title for sure.
Yes,
It definitely grabs my attention.
it does.
And a high-quality cover image is super important.
Yeah.
I mean, those blurry, pixelated thumbnails to scream amateur hour.
You're telling me
Yeah.
you hit the nail on the head.
Oh, yeah.
The sources highlight those points exactly.
Yeah.
Clear, concise titles that spark curiosity combined with professional, high-resolution cover images.
Huh?
Those are non-negotiable, but, it goes a little deeper than that.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so think back to that really captivating bookstore experience.
Oh.
After the cover draws you in, what do you do next?
I usually flip it over and read the blurb on the back.
Yeah.
See if the description hooks me.
Exactly. The online equivalent is your product description.
Right.
It needs to be concise but compelling.
Yeah.
Highlight the book's essence, but don't give away too much.
Right.
And then we can't forget practical details like the format,
Okay.
hardcover paperback ebook,
Right.
and also the ISBN,
Okay.
especially if you cater to academic institutions
Oh, right. Yeah.
or libraries.
So we're talking clear visuals, enticing descriptions. Anything else? Oh, price. Gotta know how much it'll cost me.
Absolutely. Clear and prominent pricing is key.
Okay.
Some sources suggest A/B testing,
Oh, really?
different price displays, like
Wow.
showing the original price crossed out next to the sale price just to see what really resonates with your customers.
Ooh, sneaky. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our visually appealing product page.
Yeah.
But what happens when a customer wants to browse your entire collection?
That is where our next crucial feature comes in.
Okay.
Advanced search and filter tools. All right, so imagine you're in a physical bookstore
Okay.
with thousands of titles, but no Dewey Decimal System, no genre sections, no helpful staff,
Oh, yeah.
just chaos.
Yeah.
That is what a website without a robust search function feels like to a customer.
I've definitely been there just aimlessly scrolling through pages of books,
Yeah.
getting so frustrated,
Yeah.
and then ultimately leaving empty-handed.
Exactly, and that's what we really want to avoid.
Right.
One of the sources actually cites a study
Yeah.
that found websites with advanced search and filter options saw a 20% increase in sales conversions.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
But what makes a search function advanced?
Uh-huh.
We're not just talking about a basic search bar, are we?
Not just a basic search bar, no.
Okay.
It's about giving customers the power to narrow down their choices quickly
Okay.
and intuitively.
Right.
So filters for genre, author, format, price range, those are a given.
Okay.
But some bookstores are being innovative
Yep.
and going further by offering filters for awards, target age groups, even reading level.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I've often wished I could filter for books that have won specific awards.
Yeah,
It's like having a curated list from trusted sources.
exactly. It's about anticipating your customers' needs
Right.
and making their browsing experience as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
Some sources even suggest incorporating faceted search,
Okay.
which allows users to refine their results based on multiple filters simultaneously.
So I could search for, say, historical fiction novels set in 19th century England under $20.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the faster a customer can find what they're looking for,
Yeah.
the happier they'll be,
Right.
and the more likely they are to buy.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Stay.
Advanced search is a must-have.
Yeah.
But let's say I found a few books that pique my interest.
Okay.
What's the next hurdle to convince me to click buy now?
Well, let's be honest.
Okay.
We both do it.
Okay.
We check the reviews.
Of course.
And we're not alone.
Right.
Studies show over 90% of online shoppers consult reviews before making a purchase.
Yeah. It's like the digital equivalent of asking a friend for a book recommendation.
Absolutely.
You want that social proof,
Uh-huh.
that reassurance that you're making a good choice.
Exactly. That's why all of our sources emphasize the importance of verified customer reviews.
Okay.
It builds credibility, especially for new visitors who might be unfamiliar with your bookstore.
Right. But not all reviews are created equal.
That is true.
I mean, I'm much more likely to trust a review that feels genuine and detailed,
Right.
not just a generic great book.
Absolutely. That's why it's important to encourage customers to leave thoughtful reviews.
Okay.
Not just star ratings.
Right.
Some bookstores even offer incentives
Oh, really?
for detailed reviews, like a discount on their next purchase.
That's smart. So it
Yeah.
incentivizes them to return to the site.
Yeah.
What else can bookstores do to make the most of these reviews?
One of our sources suggests making reviews interactive
Okay.
by allowing customers to upvote or downvote them.
Uh-huh.
This helps surface the most helpful reviews.
Yeah, I like that because I often find myself sifting through dozens of reviews to find the ones that resonate with me.
Yeah.
So having a community-driven ranking system
Yeah,
would definitely save time and frustration.
exactly. And here's another key point that some bookstores miss
Oh, hey.
responding to reviews, especially the negative ones.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen businesses just totally ignore negative reviews.
Yeah.
It makes them look bad.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity
Yeah.
to address concerns,
Mm-hmm.
showcase your commitment to customer satisfaction, and
Right.
even turn a negative experience into a positive one.
It's all about building trust and transparency.
Exactly.
Okay, let's say I'm sold on the reviews and I'm ready to buy.
Okay.
What's the next step?
The moment of truth, the checkout process.
Ooh, yeah.
And if it's not seamless, you risk losing the sale.
Right.
And our sources are unanimous on this one.
All right.
A clunky, complicated checkout process is a guaranteed way to increase cart abandonment rates.
Okay, I think we've all been there. You spend ages filling out these forms
Yes.
only to get stuck on some obscure shipping option or payment gateway
Yeah.
you've never even heard of.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
Completely avoidable.
Okay.
Which is why a seamless online ordering system is crucial. It's like the express lane for online shopping.
I like.
Customers should be able to add items to their cart,
Okay.
choose their preferred shipping method,
Uh-huh.
select their payment option,
Right.
and complete the purchase with minimal clicks
Okay.
and zero frustration.
It sounds dreamy.
It is.
But what are the key elements
Okay.
of a truly seamless checkout experience?
Well, first and foremost, simplicity is key.
Okay.
A clean, clutter-free design
Yeah.
with clear instructions,
Mm-hmm.
no hidden fees, no surprise charges,
Right.
just straightforward, transparent pricing.
Gotcha. So that covers the basics. What about payment options?
Offering multiple payment gateways is essential
Okay.
to cater to a wider audience. Think credit cards, debit cards, PayPal, and even those buy now, pay later services,
Oh, yeah.
which are becoming so popular.
Especially with younger demographics.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. I love the flexibility of buy now, pay later options.
Yeah.
But what about security?
Yeah.
I'm always a bit wary about entering my payment details online.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it's something these sources really stress.
Yeah.
Your online ordering system needs to be ironclad
Okay.
when it comes to security,
Right.
compliance with the Australian privacy principles, adhering to the payment card industry data security standard, and using robust encryption protocols.
Okay.
Non-negotiable.
So it's about making customers feel confident that their information is safe.
Exactly. Building trust is paramount, especially online.
Right.
A secure and seamless checkout process is crucial.
Okay, so we've covered 3 major elements of a winning bookstore website.
We have...
Visually appealing product listings,
Yeah.
intuitive search and filter tools,
Uh-huh.
and a streamlined checkout process.
It's a good start.
It is.
And in part 2, we're going to delve into one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal,
Ooh.
tailored book recommendations.
Okay.
It's all about using data to create a truly personalized shopping experience that delights customers and drives sales.
Sounds fascinating. Can't wait to learn more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
In part 1, we talked about building the foundation of your online bookstore.
Yeah.
Focusing on those elements that grab a customer's attention
Yeah.
and guide them towards the checkout.
Yeah. All those crucial elements.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we talked about things like eye-catching product listings, intuitive search functions, the power of customer reviews, and of course that all-important, smooth checkout experience.
Right.
Now let's take it up a notch.
Okay, let's do it.
You mentioned something about tailored book recommendations at the end of part 1.
I did.
It sounds intriguing, but also a bit complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, is it really possible to personalize the online shopping experience to that extent?
It really is, and it's becoming increasingly essential in today's competitive e-commerce landscape, you know? Think about those recommended for you sections on streaming services like Netflix or Spotify.
Yeah.
They're so good at predicting your taste.
Okay, I'll admit sometimes it's a little spooky how well they know me.
Right.
But I do love discovering new shows and artists that align with my preferences.
That's the magic of personalization. And it's a strategy that bookstores can and should leverage to create a more engaging and ultimately profitable online experience.
So how does it work?
Yeah.
Do I need to hire a team of book-loving psychics to analyze my customers every click?
Not quite, but the secret lies in data.
Okay.
These sources highlight 2 main approaches to creating personalized recommendations, analyzing customer data and utilizing preference surveys.
Okay, data analysis sounds a bit intimidating. Are you talking complex algorithms and coding skills?
It might sound complex, but many e-commerce platforms offer built-in tools or integrations that make it surprisingly simple. Essentially, you're tracking what customers are browsing, what they're adding to their carts, and what they're ultimately purchasing.
It's like having a virtual detective.
Exactly.
Observing their every move on the site.
Pretty much. And over time, those data points, they start to reveal patterns and preferences that can be used to generate those. You might also like suggestions that are so effective at driving sales.
So if someone keeps browsing historical fiction novels set in Victorian England, the system might suggest similar titles or even nonfiction books about that era.
Precisely. The beauty of these data-driven recommendations is that they're dynamic and constantly evolving. Right. As customers interact with your site, the recommendations become more refined and accurate.
That's pretty cool. So it's like the recommendations get smarter, the more data they have to work with.
Absolutely. What about those preference surveys?
Yeah, what about?
They sound a bit more straightforward.
They do, yeah.
This approach involves asking customers directly about their reading habits. Okay.
So you can create a short optional survey that pops up when they first visit your site. Or you can even incorporate it into the account creation process.
So questions like, what are your favorite genres, or are there any authors you particularly enjoy?
Exactly. You can even get creative. And ask about their preferred reading format, like physical books, ebooks, audiobooks, or even their ideal reading setting, cozy armchair, beach vacation, daily commute.
It's a really clever way to get to know your customers on a deeper level. And tailor recommendations accordingly.
And it's like having this virtual book club where everyone gets personalized suggestions.
I like that. Okay. But what if someone is new to my site? And they haven't built up a data profile or completed a survey.
Well, that's where you can leverage those general recommendations based on popular titles, new releases, or even curated lists by staff or guest authors.
Oh, like a staff picks section or like a books we love shelf?
Exactly.
I always gravitate towards those in physical bookstore.
Yeah, it's about providing a starting point for discovery.
Right.
Even if you don't have specific data on an individual customer just yet.
Okay, so we've got a recommendation engine humming along.
It's working.
But how do we actually present these suggestions to customers?
Strategic placement is key.
Okay.
You want those you might also like, or customers who bought this also bought suggestions to appear where they'll have the most impact.
Like on product pages, right?
Exactly. Because if you're already interested in a particular book, you're more likely to be intrigued by those similar titles.
Right.
But don't limit yourself to just product pages.
Okay.
Think about incorporating those recommendation widgets in the checkout process, in confirmation emails, or even in newsletters.
Oh, that's clever. So it's about keeping those personalized suggestions front and center throughout the entire customer journey.
Absolutely. But what are the real-world benefits of going through all of this effort?
Yeah. Does personalization really move the needle?
Right. Does it actually work?
It really does. Our sources cite studies that show personalized recommendations can increase sales by up to 15%.
Wow.
Reduce cart abandonment rates and improve customer satisfaction and loyalty.
Those are some pretty impressive stats.
They are.
So it's not just about being trendy or techy.
No.
It's about making a real impact on your bottom line.
Exactly. But I imagine implementing a personalization strategy takes time and effort.
It does.
It requires some upfront planning and investment.
Right.
But it's an investment that pays off in the long run.
Okay.
One of our sources, eCommerce Best Practices for Bookstores, actually provides a step-by-step guide to getting started with personalization, including tips on choosing the right tools and platforms, setting up your data tracking, and crafting those compelling recommendation widgets.
That sounds like a great resource.
It is.
I'll definitely be checking that out.
Good.
So we've covered personalized recommendations.
Yeah.
But is there anything else bookstores can do to enhance their online presence? Anything beyond the essentials that we've already discussed?
Well, there are always ways to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
In part 3, we're going to explore some of those bonus tips and tricks to truly elevate your online bookstore and create an unforgettable experience for your customers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Ready for more? Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground in the first 2 parts.
We have.
From optimizing those product listings
Yeah.
to harnessing the power of personalized recommendations.
Absolutely.
But as any book lover knows, there's always more to explore.
Exactly. Think of this final part as adding those finishing touches that transform your website from just a functional bookstore into a vibrant online community.
I like that, a community.
Yeah.
So where do we start building this digital book haven?
Well, all of our sources point to one key area, your homepage. It's the virtual equivalent of walking into a beautifully curated bookstore. Yeah. It's that first impression that can make all the difference.
Okay, so instead of just a generic list of categories, we need to think about creating a more visually engaging experience.
Precisely. Imagine you're a customer stepping into your virtual bookstore.
Okay.
For the first time.
Yeah.
What do you want them to see?
I'd probably highlight new releases or award-winning titles right up front. Maybe a section for staff picks with personalized recommendations.
Good.
And definitely some stunning visuals to draw people in.
You're on the right track. Our sources suggest using eye-catching banners that rotate to showcase different promotions, curated collections, or even upcoming events.
Oh, events are a great idea.
They are.
Like virtual author talks or book club discussions. It adds that human element,
It does.
And it fosters a sense of connection.
Exactly. One source, the Indie Bookstore's Guide to Online Success, even suggests partnering with local authors or literary organizations to host those online events.
Right.
It's a win-win. You get to offer engaging content to your customers, and the authors get exposure to a wider audience.
It's all about building those relationships, right?
It is.
And creating a vibrant community around books.
Yeah, and speaking of community, social media has to play a role.
Of course it does.
But it's not enough to just have a presence on social media, You really need to integrate it seamlessly with your website.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Think social sharing buttons on product pages, embedded Instagram feeds showcasing your latest posts, or even running contests and giveaways that encourage interaction.
I've seen some bookstores do such a fantastic job with this. They create these fun, engaging posts that make you want to click through to their website.
It's about using social media to tell your story.
Right.
Highlight your unique personality and connect with book lovers on a more personal level.
So it's not just about selling books. It's about fostering a love of reading and creating a space where people can connect and share their passion.
Exactly. And here's a bonus tip that I think is really powerful.
Okay.
Embrace the art of storytelling.
Storytelling, you mean like writing blog posts or creating video content?
Well, that's one way to do it.
Right.
But storytelling can be woven into every aspect of your online presence.
Oh, okay.
Think about your About Us page.
Right.
Instead of just listing those facts and figures, share the story of how your bookstore came to be.
Right.
What's your mission? What makes you unique?
It's like inviting customers into your world.
It is.
And sharing your passion for books.
Exactly. And you can use storytelling to highlight individual books.
Okay.
Go beyond that basic synopsis.
Yeah.
Share a behind-the-scenes anecdote about the author.
Right.
A personal review from a staff member.
Okay.
Or even like a curated playlist that captures the book's mood and themes.
Oh, I love the playlist idea.
Yeah.
It's such a creative way to add another dimension to the book. and engage different senses. It's like creating a multi-sensory reading experience.
And it's those little touches, those unexpected delights that can make your online bookstore truly memorable.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
We started with the foundational elements. Optimizing product listings, creating a user-friendly search function, and ensuring a seamless checkout experience.
The essentials.
Right. Then we explored the power of personalization.
Yeah.
Using data and customer insights to tailor recommendations and create a more engaging shopping experience.
Right.
And finally, we delved into the importance of building an online community through events, social media integration, and the art of storytelling.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey.
It has.
But remember, creating a successful online bookstore isn't a one-time project. It's an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and evolving.
That's a really great point. The online landscape is constantly changing. So it's essential to stay curious, experiment with different approaches, and most importantly, listen to your customers.
Exactly. Pay attention to their feedback, analyze their behavior on your site, and don't be afraid to try new things.
Right.
The beauty of the online world is that it's a dynamic space where you can constantly refine and improve your approach.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with a few key takeaways.
Okay.
First, remember that your website is your virtual storefront. Make it visually appealing, easy to navigate, and a reflection of your unique bookstore personality.
Absolutely.
Second, embrace the power of personalization.
Yes.
Use data and customer insights to create those tailored recommendations that enhance the shopping experience and drive sales.
Good, and don't forget.
And finally, remember that building an online community is just as important as optimizing your website.
It is.
So engage with your customers on social media, host virtual events, and share your passion for books through that compelling storytelling.
Well said.
That brings us to the end of our deep dive into creating a thriving online bookstore.
Yeah.
We hope you found this journey insightful and inspiring.
We did.
Now it's time for you to take the reins.
Yeah, go for it.
What strategies resonated most with you?
Right.
What unique elements will you bring to your online bookstore?
Yeah.
Happy reading, everyone.